Okay, now that our patch is good and dry here, we can come back and put our second coat on. But remember what I said before, if you're thinking about the traditional three-step process of taping, filling, then finishing, we're really on our third step, but we've kind of advanced with our first process, so we're only doing it for the second time. So what we're going to do is just knock off any kind of bumps. There's a couple little bumps here. We don't want to have anything that's real high that's going to bother us. So just kind of knock any bumps off with the scraper, and we're ready to go. So now this is a wider putty knife, you can see here. And what I've done on my knife is just bent it a little bit. You won't be able to see this on the camera probably, but if you look down the putty knife, it just got a little bend to it. I like to know which way that is, so I've marked just a couple of X's on this side of my putty knife. I know that's the side that's concave. So if I'm wanting to add a lot of mud and keep my side over here flat to the wall, in other words, the knife bending in a little bit, I put the concave side to the wall and go like that, and then go like this. Now if I'm getting a mark in the middle, which I'll show you in a minute, we can flip it around to help smooth this out. So just keep an eye on that. But right now I'm putting the concave side to the wall. So I'm loading my putty knife, doing the same thing we did before, kind of tapering it as we go, kind of flattening the knife out to the wall. You can see I'm got a little void there, so I'm going to add a little mud, try it again. Okay, now I'm keeping the pressure on this left side over here. Do the same thing on the right side. I've got this little alarm sensor here to work around, so it's a little tricky, but we'll get it. Keeping the pressure on the right side of the knife, curving it down, keeping that pressure on this point as I come around so that it's flat to the wall. Run over this again, do the same thing here, keeping that pressure that way. Now if I go like this, sometimes you get a little mark on each side of the putty knife. So that's what I was referring to earlier. We can flip the knife around so that we're on the convex side, and it won't, the corners of the knife won't dip in so much into my putty. So you can see here I'm getting the ability to smooth it out a little better. Now what we want to do here is get it all ready to sand. We don't want to have to come back and do another coat. So if you see any spots that are real shallow areas or a void, go ahead and fill those. So right now really all we've got is just a few bumps, and a little light sanding needs to be done when this is dry, so it should be ready to roll.